What is good, everybody? It is your boy Kev back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new CAC loading screens that were data mined by the homie Reachout, and these loading screens are the winners of the Super Fashion Contest and some of the dopest loading screens that will be in Xenoverse 2 when they actually drop. Now, I'm assuming they will be dropping with the free update of DLC 15 or in between now and DLC 15's free update. I just don't think that they would hold these since they are in the files any longer than DLC 15, so we should be getting these loading screens fairly soon on Xenoverse 2. Now again, shout out to homie Reachout because he is the one who data mined this. His Twitter is linked down below in the description. But jumping straight into these, man, there are some damn good loading screens, and the art style I will say that they used on the CACs is really good as well. It makes me wish that I actually submitted something for the Super Fashion Contest because I didn't know that they were going to get hand-drawn loading screens like this. What I thought was going to happen was the photo mode that they submitted, or the photo mode screenshot they submitted, was going to be made into an actual loading screen, not something original like they did for these in the end. Like, these just look absolutely amazing in my opinion, and again, it makes me pretty jealous. Now the first one is of RR43. This is the homie Demon Boy CAC. I think they could have done a little bit more with the background, but again, the CAC art style just looks absolutely amazing without a doubt. Now next up we have Diamond Head, another one I think they could have done more with the background, but once again, they drew him very, very well. It's just the background is pretty lackluster. I feel like I could have done this in Xenoverse 2 photo mode, just photo mode itself, in terms of the background at the very least. Now next up we have Raxel, another one that the background is just not that great. Like, it seems like the first couple that we're showing, the backgrounds of these could have been much better, but I think he has one of the worst backgrounds overall because it just does not fit with what he's going for. Like, his Majin is posing like, you know, like basically like the man's a little tough, you know what I mean? He's posing, you don't even see his face, got the hat down, but then you see this bright ass white background going at the same time. I just don't think it matches and fits with the CAC himself, but again, the CAC does look good as well in this loading screen. Now this one is an example of a background that is absolutely fire. The CAC I'm not the biggest fan of in terms of what he is actually wearing and the choice of clothing, but still looks really good in the art style. But then if you look at the background, man, the background just has so much depth to it. I think this is one of the better backgrounds and overall loading screens that we will be getting in this pack of loading screens, I guess you could say. But you see all the houses, you see the clouds in the background, well done, the sun shining, the landscape with all the mountains and hills, like just a really well done loading screen in my opinion at the very least. This one is kind of cool. I understand the reference, but still kind of plain at the same time. Basically, this is something similar that he did in his actual photo mode screenshot that he submitted for the Super Fashion Contest. So again, I get the reference, but at the same time, not the coolest looking one out of the bunch. Now this one does look pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. I will say it's a bit plain on like the left side, but the right side where the CAC is, the way the CAC looks, the smirk on the face, the lightning around the sword, everything just looks dope about this character right here. So really like how they drew him without a doubt. Now moving on, this is probably my least favorite overall loading screen out of all these. I just find it very plain, and I didn't find the CAC originally to be anything crazy. It's basically like a Queen Kefla. As you can see, she has the King Vegeta armor on, but it is Kefla at the same time. So again, it's not the coolest CAC in my opinion, and then I also don't think that the loading screen is that dope either. Like, it's just a background of space pretty much. That's all they really got going on, is space with the name Hajime, which is of course the name of the CAC, but still a fairly plain loading screen, probably the worst out of all 16 in my opinion. Now next up we have May. This is another fairly plain one, but definitely cooler than the last one we just saw. I think the CAC definitely looks a lot better than the last one we just saw as well. So I like this one, but it is still kind of plain without a doubt. Now this one is a bit better. I like the background of him. The way they made his CAC looks is pretty dope as well. I believe his CAC had something to do with like art in some kind of way. I don't remember the exact description, but I'm assuming that's why you see all these paint splatters on the loading screen as well. Now next up we have Beatrix. This one I think they could have done a better job with. I don't like this part and this part of it. I get it, going for like the green and the pink shades of the CAC, the coloring wise, but at the same time I don't like that necessarily. Everything else is really cool though. I like the stance they put her in. I like how she's about to bring out the sword as well. So overall I do like the loading screen. I just think they could have done something better with these parts as without a doubt. Now next up we have one that I think is actually really cool, Shirayuki. I like what they did with the like sciencey looking world thing right here, and how everything in the background is just kind of nerdy, which makes sense considering this man looks to be some kind of scholar in some way, shape, or form. So I do like the reference and what they were going for with this loading screen. Now this one is one of my favorites without a doubt, man. It's not even for the background. I think the background is something that anybody really can do. It just looks like they got some PNG images of flames and put them behind this man, but the CAC himself looks damn fire, bro. Like, this is probably the best looking CAC in the art style and just the way that he was drawn. He just looks the absolute dopest out of all the CACs in my opinion. Like, I just really like what they had going on and the drawing that they put together for this one right here. Probably my favorite just based off the drawing alone. But next up we have the Liz. This one reminds me of some like K-pop artist or something like that. Like, it brings to mind something musical in some kind of way, like some kind of what's it called, some kind of concert or something like that. That's what comes to my mind when I originally first look at this loading screen right here. And I don't know if that's what the original creator who sent in the screenshot was going for when they sent in their screenshot for photo mode, but again, that's what comes to my mind when I look at this right here. And I'm assuming in that screenshot that they sent in, they probably had the Xeno CC mascot along with the Majin Buu CC mascot out and around them in some kind of way, shape, or form. So overall, I do like the loading screen. I don't think it's one of the best ones, but definitely a pretty good one without a doubt. Now this one I think is really dope. Drac. This is a really cool CAC concept. It's basically a Western concept, and I didn't understand that at first. When I first saw this CAC, I really didn't like the actual design of him, didn't think it was anything special. But then once I understood what he was going for in his concept, I thought it was actually pretty damn dope, I'm not gonna lie. And then I also like how they did the background. They made it look like some kind of old Western like movie thing, and then they also have the lines going through like you would get with old Western movies. And then also this stuff on the side, I don't know what the hell it's exactly called, but this is something you would see again in those old movies as well. So I just like the overall loading screen. It all comes together, it all makes sense, and the CAC once again does look pretty dope in this art style. Like, the artist, whoever drew these, did a damn good job in my opinion. Now next up we have D Warrior. This one's okay. I mean, nothing special, honestly. Like, you know, it's not bad. The background is okay. You got the sun shining bright over here, a little bit of clouds going on over here. Don't necessarily like this stuff that they put around the character. I think they did do his name kind of cool in a sense, but overall, you know, it's an okay loading screen. I think I just don't think that these lines back here behind the character fit at all. Like, they should not have added those things in. They probably should have done more in the background. I think that would have made this loading screen look a lot better, in my opinion, at the very least. Now the last one is right here, guys. This is probably either my favorite or my second favorite. Like, this is another really just dope ass loading screen. I like the setting that they put her in. Like, see how the background is for her, just a bunch of clouds and stuff like that, even though it's a darker night. I think they should have done something similar for this man, D Warrior. Like, I don't like this part right here. I think it just ruins it. Imagine if this CAC had something behind her, like right in this area, is all behind her, filling out and taking away all this cloud scenery and stuff like that. It would just not look good. So again, that is my main reasoning as to why I don't think that D Warrior one is one of the better ones. But this one right here is absolutely fire without a doubt, and definitely one of my top 3 favorites as well. If I had to choose a top 3, I would probably go with these 3 right here. Ant is probably my number 1. This one is either 2 or 3, and this one is either 2 or 3 as well. Those are definitely my 3 favorites out of all these brand new loading screens that we will get. But overall, man, these loading screens are damn cool, like I said once again, and it just really makes me jealous, man, and really upset with myself that I did not enter in this damn contest. Because if I knew there would have been hand-drawn loading screens like this, I definitely would have put my CAC in here and definitely would have tried to get in, because again, these are really cool in my opinion. I actually can't wait for them to come out in Xenoverse 2. I've never really been excited for the loading screens in Xenoverse 2 besides when they were first announced, because finally we could look at something besides this damn black screen all the time when loading into something in Xenoverse 2. But again, these are just so damn cool that they definitely have me hyped once again for loading screens in Xenoverse, which again, I didn't think was going to ever happen after that first initial wave. But let me know what you guys think about these loading screens down below in the comments. Which ones of these are your favorite? Which ones are your least favorite? Let me know all that stuff down below. But till next time, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.